Welcome to our production worker mock interview guide. If you're gearing up for a production worker interview, you've come to the right place. Today, we'll walk you through some common interview questions and how to tackle them with confidence. Let's dive in with our first question about teamwork and meeting deadlines. Can you share a story about a time you worked with a team to meet a production deadline? This question aims to evaluate how well you work within a team setting to achieve common goals, particularly under tight deadlines. Here are some pointers to help you craft a strong response. Pick a project where your role was clearly defined. Discuss the challenges your team faced and your contributions. Emphasize communication and collaboration within the team. Share the outcome and how the deadline was met. Reflect on the lessons learned from the experience. Now, let's look at an example answer to bring these tips to life.
In my previous job, we handled a major order due in just 2 weeks, and I was in charge of coordinating the assembly line. We encountered equipment delays, so I initiated daily team meetings to brainstorm solutions. By optimizing our processes and enhancing communication, we successfully completed the order on time while maintaining our quality standards. This experience taught me the crucial role of teamwork during high-pressure situations.
By the way, we're only covering a handful of questions in this video, but I've prepared a free PDF with all 30 top interview questions for production worker. It also includes example answers and tips to help you prepare with confidence. The download link is just below. Describe a time when you faced a significant obstacle during a production run. How did you overcome it? This question is designed to assess your problem-solving skills and how you handle unexpected challenges. To effectively answer this question, consider these tips. Start by clearly defining the obstacle you encountered. Explain how you assessed the situation and determined a course of action. Detail the steps you took to resolve the issue. Share the outcome and any lessons learned. If applicable, highlight teamwork and communication in your response. Let's see how you might weave these elements into a compelling answer.
During a production run, we experienced a machine breakdown that stalled operations. I swiftly evaluated the situation, liaised with the maintenance team to prioritize repairs, and kept my supervisor informed. Once the machine was fixed, we introduced a new maintenance checklist, boosting our uptime by 15%.
Tell me about a time when you had to adapt to a change in the production process. What was the outcome? The purpose here is to understand your adaptability skills and how you manage changes in the workplace. Consider these points when framing your response. Identify a specific change in the production process. Describe your initial reaction and steps you took to adapt. Explain your communication approach with your team during the change. Highlight any positive outcomes or improvements. Conclude with insights gained from the experience. Here's an example of how you could structure your answer.
At my last job, we transitioned from manual to automated assembly. Initially, I found it daunting, but quickly enrolled in a training course and shared my learnings with the team. This collective effort improved our production speed by 20% and consistently met our targets.
If you saw a coworker frequently making mistakes that could affect production, what steps would you take to address it? This question tests your conflict resolution skills and how you handle sensitive situations in the workplace. Here's how you can approach this question thoughtfully. First, discreetly observe the coworker to confirm the mistakes. Approach them privately to discuss your observations. Offer assistance to help them improve. If issues persist, report to a supervisor to ensure production stays on track. Maintain a positive tone, focusing on teamwork. Let's move to an example response to illustrate these points.
I would start by discreetly observing my coworker to ensure the errors are consistent. Then, I would have a private conversation, offering help to clarify any misunderstandings in their tasks. If improvements are not seen, I would consult a supervisor to collaboratively solve the issue.
Imagine you have two tasks with the same deadline. How would you prioritize to ensure both are completed on time? This question evaluates your time management abilities and how you prioritize tasks under pressure. Here are some strategies to help you craft your answer. Assess the complexity and time needed for each task. Identify dependencies or required resources for each task. Consider the impact of each task on overall production. Communicate with your supervisor if you need clarification. Plan your schedule to allocate specific time blocks for each task. Let's look at an example of how you might approach this scenario.
I would begin by evaluating both tasks to see which is more complex or time demanding. Tackling the more challenging task first, I would ensure sufficient time is also allocated for the other. If one task has a higher impact on production, I'd prioritize accordingly and adjust my schedule to meet both deadlines efficiently.
Before we wrap up, remember you can get all 30 questions, example answers, and step-by-step tips in a handy PDF. Totally free. Just grab it below.